content.
Dum, dum, dum. Do you have good content?
I have no good content.
Oh, you can see the microphone. Look at this. Ooh. Well, don't knock it over, Mark.
Don't. So we're live now.
We are, and there's 5 people there.
Whoa, hello 5 people. It's just you and us.
Yeah.
It's like 7 people hanging out in a room.
Basically.
I'm good at maths.
5 plus 2.
I got it.
Hopefully you can see us.
Hopefully you're watching the game at the same time, because if
and
you just
hear us.
You can't actually see me. I'm just slightly off stage right here. But I will come on. Don't worry.
It smells kind of fruity.
It does. It's quite a hoppy pilsner. Well, cheers. Mine looks a lot nicer.
Yours is more...
You've been waiting I've been waiting a while for you.
For you to get your act together.
Sorry about that. Hoppy?
It's alright.
Yeah, not too bad.
It's alright.
Not too bad.
Ducks quack.
Hey, ducks, they do quack. What does he have to say for himself?
He says hello.
Hi. Hi, ducks quack. How's your mum?
I have not watched you guys since the Rugby World Cup semi-final review. Could not bring myself to watch the final review.
Oh, yeah. Well, I couldn't bring myself to do it. And we both just winced through the whole thing. It's painful.
Indeed.
And then you guys, I watched that, and it kept on getting views, that one, for quite a while. Like, South Africans were going back to, like, kind of, what is it? Schadenfreude? What is it? No, what's it called? Is that like...
Yeah, the match review I did of the 2019 World Cup semi-final where England knocked us out, that still gets views every now and again. People going like, I just had to skip forward to that moment.
Yeah, just like it, just watching. Yeah. What is it? It's Schadenfreude, when you like and you enjoy someone else's downfall.
Suffering, basically,
yeah.
Aaron says, I'm Irish. So is he, kind of.
Sort of.
I'm about to witness some good rugby. It's wet.
It is a bit sloppy, but hopefully it's alright. Naholo, if you're wanting to look for like players that you've never heard of before, keep your eyes on, is it number 11, Naholo?
Yes, it's Kenny rather than Waisake.
Yeah, probably related.
I believe brothers.
Well, he's bloody good.
He's very good.
He's got a bit more meat on him.
He's bulky.
He's got a bit more meat on the bone. George Bauer's come back.
He has indeed.
Quinton Strange.
Good name.
He's an odd fellow.
Reinhard says, hi guys, watching from the Netherlands.
Hi. What's happening in the Netherlands?
Have you been to the Netherlands?
I have. I've been to Amsterdam.
Were people walking around in those wooden shoes, or is that just
Clogs.
a touristy thing? The clogs, that's right.
I was too stoned to know what people were doing. I went there when I was like 19. I had a great time. Spent all the time in the coffee shops. I didn't partake, but it was quite an eye-opening experience going to the red light district of Amsterdam. It was it's quite full on. Like,
right. There's
one street called Skinny Street, and it's probably about 1.5 meters wide, and it's quite notorious because it's basically the red light district is like, imagine a bunch of shop fronts, but instead of like mannequins and like displays, it's
women.
Yeah, it's enticing, sexy prostitutes and stuff.
Do you know how it works in China?
Sex or
prostitution.
How does it work?
It's illegal.
Ah, yes, but how do you get around it?
But it's in your face.
What do you...
you will, like, same thing you just said. So you'll be walking down the street at night, obviously not during the day, and there'll be like noodle shop, there'll be convenience store, and then there'll be a shop
with a woman in the front
with neon pink lights on.
Oh, quite clearly.
And then a couch just like this one, probably a little nicer than this couch, to be honest.
This is the ugliest couch on the planet.
So less kind of eye-wateringly, anyway, a couch.
Yeah.
With some ladies sitting on the couch, scantily clad.
Wow.
So if you're a police officer looking to make a bust on prostitution, I feel like it would be pretty easy.
An easier one to do.
But I get the feeling, pure speculation, that there's some kind of agreements or back and forths between the shop owners and the law enforcement, I'm assuming.
Maybe it's free blowies for cops.
Cops do good work.
Perhaps.
So, I don't know. But it's very obvious. Like in New Zealand, it's legal, but it's not...
Riley Hoheper.
There you go. He's only played a couple of games of Super Rugby, I think.
He's 29. He's not a young fella. Well, he's younger than us, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a mutual understanding.
Well, yeah, like in New Zealand, it's legal, but you will never see it, right?
No.
It's all very much behind closed doors. We're in China. It's illegal, but it's
in your face.
It's in your face, yeah.
Oh, how about
That's
that,
a good start to a rugby live stream.
We're talking about prostitution in China.
There you go. Duxwax says mum's good. My parents' 30th wedding anniversary next weekend, actually. Oh, well done.
Well done. Who would have thunk it?
My parents are at 50, I think.
What did my parents get to? I can't. Well, he died, so it's 59, 40 years or something like that,
bad.
I guess.
It's a good shift.
Yeah, it's not a good shift.
Good shift.
Death till they parted. Yeah. Sorry to bring the mood down, team. Talking about, I somehow always end up talking about my father's. When you bring up your dad, I go, well, my dad can't. He's dead. You know? People don't know how to respond to that. They don't know whether they should say, I'm sorry, or could you stop talking about your dead dad, you weirdo? You know?
Was he good bloke?
Yeah, he was tops.
There you
He
go.
was tops.
That's the most important thing.
Oh.
Aaron says, we don't really hear much of club rugby from the Southern Hemisphere here in Ireland. Trust me, the reverse is also very true.
100%.
Would you say there are players that only play club rugby down there that deserve more praise? 100%. There are guys who
5 years since the Christchurch
tragedy.
shootings.
Yeah. There will be guys certainly that are killing it. Oh, that's a bad word to use. There will be guys playing Super Rugby.
You said that in the moment. Looking forward to seeing
unintentional. Playing very good rugby who don't get international caps. James Lowe was one of those guys years ago.
Punditry was one of those guys. Jamison Gibson Park was one of those guys. You know, players you thought they were pretty.
They're
good.
close. They're on the fringe, but yeah.
Yeah, they're good, very good. They had a couple. I remember Punditry played really well in a semi-final once.
Super Rugby.
Yeah, Super Rugby. Yeah. He's never played one for Ireland.
Joseph says, "Hey, Ma, look, those rude New Zealand boys are back on the telly."
Hey,
am I the rude one?
Yeah, you're disgustingly rude. Okay. We're never done a live stream down here. We're in my what would you call this? A rumpus room?
Yes.
This is a rumpus room.
This is where the rumping happens.
Oh, I rump a lot. I've all rumped in here. I rubbed myself so hard I frayed a little bit.
There you go.
Okay, here we go.
We've just had kickoff. If anybody's watching along at home,
a game of rugby has broken out.
10 cents and KFC is the sponsor for this one. So.
Oh, brilliant! 10 cents.
Did I say 10 cents?
You said
10 seconds. Goodness me. 2 cents. That's me.
Oh, there we go. It's coming out. And
whoa, Hurricanes.
Oh, Hurricanes.
Hurricanes, if you're not familiar with Super Rugby, undefeated. They're the only undefeated team after 3 rounds. The Crusaders are 7-time back-to-back champions. Haven't won a game yet. None from 3.
Which is a pretty unprecedented start from them.
If they lose this one, it'll literally be the worst ever start they've had to a Super Rugby campaign since 1996.
Coming off the back of the legendary coach, who's now newly appointed the All Blacks coach, Razor Robinson, leaving the role after 7 years. Basically, every year he was the coach, he won. Yeah, so that's what you guys got to look forward to. Us winning the World Cup for the next 7 tournaments. 7 times 4, what's that?
7 times 4 would be 28.
28 years. He's got to be in the role.
There you go.
Yeah.
Last night, says OY, Kiwi customer here in Melbourne was explaining to me that ABC was a common phrase in rugby fandom across the ditch. What does ABC mean in rugby terms?
ABC in sales means always be closing. A, always, B, closing.
Okay. ABC in China tends to mean American-born Chinese. So they call them like bananas. They're yellow on the outside, but white in the middle.
I've heard a Malaysian friend of mine
use that phrase.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, we get called bananas." What is that? That's a very flash-looking screen.
Oh, it's got the computer's in turbo mode, so it's going loud as F. I just turned it onto silent.
So HUR is starting, so they've lost faith in the young bloke.
I think they're just doing a bit of rotation.
Righto. Here we go. Or is it just the fact that they've lost...
Anyone but Canterbury. Nah, because people still prefer Canterbury to Auckland, I think.
Yeah. Anyone but Auckland. Yeah, I don't know. Where is this guy from? Also, don't believe all what New Zealanders say. A lot of us, including myself, are full of shit.
This is true.
Yeah, we talk a lot of shit. Like anywhere.
Aaron's also glad that Bundy and James Lowe went north. And Jameson as well. They've done all right.
Yeah, they ended up well. They wouldn't.
They genuinely got better after moving abroad.
They would probably be retired, I'd say, if they were in New Zealand now.
Yeah, they would have been great
or
Super Rugby players,
maybe.
or in Japan. Probably Japan.
Yeah. Oh,
that was a bit sneaky.
That was a little. It's Samoa, right?
Yeah, it is Almoa.
I like the look of him.
He's playing well this season from the 3 games we've seen.
Who's your money on here? Balls on the line. Who wins this game?
I think I picked the Hurricanes.
All right. There's something.
Something about those Crusaders at home, you reckon?
Yeah, well, they get this shit together. Is fucking Barrett out there? Pardon my language.
No, he's got a fractured finger. He's out for 6 weeks.
That's a bad one. Hopefully he can refresh himself a little bit for the All Black season.
Paul says, I'd like to start a conspiracy theory.
I'd love to hear it.
That Mark is a super international intelligence Bond-born type with a Clark Kent rugby pundit from New Zealand. Okay, so
like by day you're a rugby pundit, by night you're an international super criminal?
Yeah, you know this is wrong when you use the word intelligence and talking about me.
Yeah, well, you look intelligent.
That's the glasses for you. It's deceiving.
And in fact, he's totally retarded.
Basically. Yeah, basically.
Totally. No, he's not. You're very good at remembering rugby players' names.
That's the one thing I can do, usually.
Whenever I'm in doubt, if it's an English player, I call them May. Right. How's May this week? You alright?
Yeah.
And if it's like an Islander, I call him Lanua. Lanua, how did he go? You know?
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, that's...
What was that? Oh my
Jesus.
giddy aunt. You and I may have been able to give that a better nudge. That is one of the worst kicks in professional rugby I've ever seen.
And that was some of the worst camera work I've ever seen.
Did the ball fall off the tee?
Did he slip?
Nope, he just shanked it.
Shanked it.
That is absolutely awful. My goodness.
Yeah, that is a shank.
Wow.
That's a total shank.
Wow.
Ho Hepper. That was your big moment, babe.
Yeah. Pingu asks best Six Nations in a row. It's Pingu the penguin. Do you remember Pingu?
Yeah.
So I think the answer to that one is...
Well, yeah. That's an atrocious miss. Pick yourself up, Ho Hepper. After that, really, really poor. What was the question?
Best Six Nations match tomorrow. So you got the spoon one between Wales and Italy. You got the title Triple Crown decider between Ireland and Scotland, and then you got the crunch between England. Well, it's France and England. France are at
They've
home.
all got a bit of taste on them this week. They've all got a little bit of secret sauce. They're all a bit of a spicy meatball.
Bit of a Super Saturday, eh?
Yeah. If only they weren't on in the middle of the night, it would make it all the better. But no. Oh, come on, roll away.
ABC also works as Australian-born Chinese. It does. Doesn't work that well here in NZ.
Anyone but... I was about to say, I can't say the C-bomb, can I?
No, you better not C-bomb.
No, I better not.
YouTube doesn't like the C-bomb.
C-bomb! It's not.
I'm going to pop the game on my laptop and watch it over breakfast, see what I'm missing. All right, mate.
Yeah,
well, let us know if you saw that kick, because you asked if you'll see some good rugby. You apparently not great goal kicking thus far.
So they're clutching at straws, bringing in a journeyman. This is what it looks like to me already. Journeyman.
He's
number
played a
10.
fair bit of Mitre 10, I think. Fair bit of NPC.
And like just a sort of squad player, because their hotshot young number 10 isn't performing at the level they want. You put a much nicer spin on it. You said just a bit of rotation for the team.
I think so. I can't even remember if it's an injury enforced one, to be honest.
That's just diving over, isn't it? Clearly.
Howdy, rugby gamer. How's it, mate?
How many people have got watching us right now?
There's
howdy.
38.
38.
So your room is pretty full. You wouldn't get 38 people in here.
Whoa. What's everyone wearing tonight?
I'm wearing blues.
I'm wearing an off-white t-shirt. What is going on here? Now, what are they all wearing?
They're all wearing rugby gear.
You reckon? This is what rugby fans always watch. Someone's in a Munster shirt. Somebody's wearing a Wasp shirt in mourning for their team. What else is... What do we got? I'm just wearing shorts. Wow.
Paul tried to make a Wuhan link, but the comment didn't like. Oh, I might have got banned by YouTube.
You trying to make a Wuhan link?
He would have mentioned something about the spy intelligence agency thing, maybe with this particular incident.
Right. Holy smokes.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't like certain phrases being typed into the comments. I don't think I have any keywords blocked. Certainly nothing relating to that.
I have tried and encourage the word penis, but it keeps getting blocked. I've made a special request.
You're always encouraging penises.
I am.
Joe Marler would have kicked that, Pascal. So would have Ben Tamiafuna. There's a few videos of him knocking over some goals, so yeah. You know, I did a video back when we first got locked down.
Yes.
Where I took the kids to the park, because you could still go to the park.
Uh-huh.
And I reenacted, because there was no rugby on, I reenacted a few moments. So, like,
Did you get your kids to...
Yeah, I reenacted...
Wow, look at this fucking thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's sickening. You know, my daughter has not lived in a year with the
Crusaders
the
didn't win
Crusaders
Super Rugby.
Not won Super Rugby.
I reenacted the George North Israel Folau, where he picked him up on his shoulder.
Oh, right.
So I picked up my son and dumped him on the ground.
Broke a couple of ribs.
And have you ever seen the Dan
I want to
Carter,
see these videos.
the Dan Carter banana kick?
When it goes...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reenacted that one.
How did you do that? Like...
I'll have to see if I can find it.
Yeah.
And I also did...
Were you scrap?
I put my drone up and I took a toe hack at goal. That's why I say, like, I might be able to get a kick better than that guy did, because I kicked one over from 22 meters out.
Yeah, I think I can.
But it was
I
a
can
toe
drop
hack.
kick it out. I can drop kick a ball over from not a massive distance, but relatively close.
Right.
Yeah.
Rian's trying to ignore us while he works. You're not working.
Rian Low. Don't. Yeah.
Hey, and Big Viacious here as well. We have a mod.
Rian, if you stopped masturbating, you'd be able to work a little bit better. But I know it's hard not to when we're on screen. It's true.
Goodness me.
What I'm trying to say, Mark, is that we're very arousing.
Okay.
To a lot of people.
I would have thought, if you ever got an inconvenient erection, flicking this on, flaccidity.
Actually, you know how some fellas have problems with premature ejaculation?
Just think of Tony.
Yeah, top tip. Think of one of our podcasts.
Basically.
And you'll go for days. You know?
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah.
There is rugby on, by the way. It's still scoreless after 9.5 minutes.
Yes. Yeah. This thing, I start talking and I forget to watch the rugby.
Yes.
What?
Aaron's in head-to-toe rugby gear, even a scrum cap while he eats his Cheerios. Good man. That's how you have breakfast every day.
Well, this is looking all right.
Here we go. Go, Sevu.
Fijian on Fiji, and he kept that in.
Oh,
there we go.
Right. I thought he was in touch.
Legs are up.
Manasa is saying, "Go Crusaders, go!" Oh, it's a turnover ball.
Rugard
kicks
what
it.
is
Go
that?
on,
what is that kick?
That was pretty ugly.
That was average.
Just so you know, it's
here we go.
Not very nice weather.
Oh shit! Here we go. If he gets the ball, it's on.
Reece.
Well done, Reece.
From the other wing.
Ooh,
wow. He's just been dumped.
And he just got hit very hard, but he didn't have many other options. Jeez, the Crusaders just don't have the polish, eh?
Any other rugby YouTubers brave enough to join you on a show, you reckon? Asks Joseph. And hi, Simon, mate. How's it going? How's China?
I'm another YouTuber.
I'm in China next month, Simon, just FYI.
I'm a YouTuber, somewhat, I know.
Other than you.
Oh, other than me.
We've had Kiwi lads on.
Briefly. It was very impromptu.
We literally phone called him or WhatsApped him or something like that.
Would people like us to have a guest?
Maybe, eh?
Just sounds like organisation.
Yeah, we struggled to get the technical stuff right.
And then we'd be like, where do we put them? How do we look at them but also make sure that they're visible?
Yeah.
Would we have it like they would like, say this is where we're podcasting, you're on that side.
In the middle of us, and we'd just sit there looking at each other.
No, but we look there, but everyone else sees them here.
Yeah.
But then that's weird. We're all just looking the same way.
Yeah. Things to
maybe.
think about.
That should be
fun. Here's trouble.
Yeah,
the Hurricanes are right on the Crusaders line.
Pick and go here, boys.
He's not going to pass it. He's over.
Oh, no, he's going to get held up. No, he's not over. See, I like the fact that the held up law makes it less
punishing.
Well, no, yeah, it's more advantageous to spin it now
instead of just trying to burrow over. Because if you fail, you get another go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's not a good way to finish a game.
Nigel Owens doesn't like it.
Well, Nigel Owens, he also likes... I was about to say something about sheep, but I won't, because I'm a New Zealander.
Aileron, mate, how's it going in Western Australia? Are you at the moment, or are you still travelling? Every answer we are arousing suspicion. Arousing. I see what he did there.
Yeah, he's clever. He's very sharp.
He's
that
sharp.
Rian.
That's right.
Mr. Lowe.
Pascal says this is great, just like having Gaz
I
here.
watched his weekly update this
So
week.
did I. I think I commented on it. I always forget to comment, but I managed to
I
remember
enjoyed
for
it.
once.
He's really good. He always gives us like a little retweet. I'm not the biggest tweeter in the world, being illiterate and all. But he always retweets our shit. It's nice. Thanks,
He's very
mate.
good. He's a top man.
What a top dude. Well, he got most valuable Safa for a good reason.
That's
didn't
right.
he? All those retweets.
Can you take your own advice, Tony? What was your own advice?
Thinking about myself?
Oh, yeah.
That would be weird.
He does the rouse himself.
Yeah, exactly. That would be instant ejaculation. So, I have to think about... Do I think about our podcast?
Let's not go there.
I think about cricket. That's my
There
go-to
you
if
go.
if having a good time but wanted to go a little bit longer. I start thinking about certain bowlers like seam movement off the pitch. It's a good one.
I can't watch cricket with you ever again. We have watched cricket together before after podcasts, but never again.
Yeah, that's it.
Cody's going to be like, whoa, look at the swing on that one. And I'll be,
Oh, bang! Jesus.
how many minutes, Paul? It is 13:05 on the clock. The Hurricanes have a scrum 5 metres out from the Crusaders line.
I want you guys to get a look at Naholo.
Yeah, hopefully
He's-
Kenny
he's-
gets the ball.
Oh,
Scrums.
isn't this...
It's your favourite part of the game.
This is so exciting watching these guys just push into each other
Reset
for
the scrum.
extended period of times and reset it.
Question for today: what has happened to the Crusaders? They've had a few guys leave, the likes of Mwunga,
They had the
Sam Whitelock,
superstar coach leave as
superstar
well.
coach left. They got a few injuries, so it's a
And they also,
mixture.
and I think it's a pick 'em when anyone plays in Fiji. Like it can't be understated how tough it is to play there. So who did this? So they lost to number 1 to Chiefs, and they showed glimpses of of their true potential in that game. Number 2, it was just a
They
banana
lost over in
peel.
Australia to the Waratahs.
They should have won that game, and then playing the Drua. If
I
they
mean,
played
they
the Drua, if they played the Drua in Christchurch, they win.
Probably, yeah, for sure. This is
win-
their first game at home, so
They
that's a
win
factor.
19 times out of 20.
Yeah, he goes, you're set.
Oh,
Oh, he's
short
close.
balls on there.
Hurricanes have to score here, man. This is a mental
Oh,
victory.
yes.
Oh, it's try time.
Suck
finally
it,
get it done.
Cranberry.
Oh, that's Tyrell Lomax.
There he is. Beautiful. Fine All Black.
Got a smile on his face. Not bad.
Yeah, that's why you tuned in to watch some Super Rugby for a forward off the ruck try by a
Exactly.
prop.
Just what Super Rugby is known for.
Yeah. Look at Ho Hipper.
Are you gents planning a trip to South Africa? Who's he talking about? Gents.
Are we planning a trip to South Africa?
He's talking about some gentlemen, so I don't know who he's talking about.
Oh.
Can't be us two. One of these days.
What does he mean by? Maybe he means when he says gents, maybe he means Gentiles.
Oh, yes. Genitals, maybe.
Gentiles. So there's what are they in the Bible? They always talk about Gentiles and Jews. What are they? I know what a Jew is, but a Jewish person.
If you're asking
if I'm a Gentile, what am I?
Bible-related questions, you're probably
Someone in the comments, if I'm a Gentile, what am I?
bucking up the wrong bush.
And please answer it seriously. You are an asshole. That's right. What is a Gentile?
Ailerons in Western Australia after a fortnight in Saudi
That's how you pick
Arabia.
it. That's how was Saudi Arabia? What is a Gentile? Anyone?
Gentile, because
Gentile is just a non-Jew.
There you go.
All right. Well, I'm a Gentile.
I guess I am as well.
Couple of Gentiles just hang. So we are gents in that sense.
There we go.
Are we going to South Africa?
One of these days, I'd like to go.
Yeah. See you later this year. I have not ever made a plan to get to South Africa, but I've met a lot of great South African people. It'd be nice. I've got a mate of mine who married a South African girl, and he spent some time in South Africa. I think he spent like 3 months, and he said he had a great time.
Nice.
He said they do eat a lot of meat.
Really?
A lot of meat. And then
This makes sense when you look at the rugby team.
Yeah. And then there's like when like I don't know how he explained it to me, but like on some South African or around if you're there, someone explained to me. He mentioned like some menus they have like ladies' meat or men's meat or something like that, which just means like
Portion size.
a lot of meat or a shit ton of meat. Basically.
I thought you were going to say a lot or a little, but no.
No.
Okay.
Is that true, Rihanna? Or am I remembering that? I don't think I've got some of the details wrong there.
No international club cup competition down there. I guess Super Rugby is both rolled into one. Yeah, we don't have like a Champions Cup at the minute. It's one that they've talked about would be nice.
But who are they going to have it with?
I guess the Japanese.
But then it's...
Or the MLR, but the Super Rugby team's pretty much winning that, I would say.
Whatever. Can we get... How far are we from getting a US team in the Super Rugby? Like the best, just put the USA team. You know, like how they got the Drua, which is basically
the Fijian national team.
Fijian national team.
The travel,
10 hours.
They like to have their sports domestically.
Yeah, because it's all nice and close.
Yeah,
a 10-hour trip is a bit of a beast, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, Ruben Love.
What if they had? Oh, there goes Bauer. Oh no, it's over. What if they had the
ladies' steak is 200 to 300 grams. Men's steak is 500 plus. That's half a kilo.
Holy stinker! Ladies' steak is still mad. They're like 200.
Can a man order the ladies' steak? Can you go like, the ladies' steak?
Can I have the ladies' steak?
But you are a man.
You want a tampon with that?
Oh goodness me!
Wow. Yeah.
The gain line. Good evening, guys. How do you think Schmidt will go at the Wallabies? He's got easier start with Wales, but the Rugby Championship's going to be a tough year for everybody. I think Schmidt's going to go well.
With the Wallabies?
I think he is.
No,
I'm stupidly optimistic.
You are stupidly optimistic.
Or just stupid.
November last year, I have no idea. I hope that they do all right without winning the Bledisloe.
Right.
I'd be thrilled if they came second in the Rugby Championship.
Right.
But I don't want them to win the Bledisloe. But if they did win the Bledisloe, it would be pretty amazing.
Do you remember the first time Ireland beat us in Chicago?
Yeah.
That was like both joy and sadness at the same time.
Yeah, it's bittersweet.
Yeah,
we're almost getting to that stage with the Bledisloe now.
I think so. Yeah,
it's 2003 for God's sake since we
exactly.
lost it. But going back to Schmidt is like we were dumb enough to be like a lot of people last year were saying, well, Eddie Jones has a pretty good record when he gets into a team for the first time and is able to get everyone
buys in. It's only when he stays a long time that they get sick of the sight of him.
So we were optimistic about Australia last year. So, but then he made some of the weirdest
selection calls. It feels like, because remember that Dunedin game, they were leading and they probably should have beaten us. Like maybe he was kind of getting it right, and then it's almost like the conspiracy theory part of my brain thinks he thought, well,
not everything's a conspiracy theory. Oh, that's simple.
Maybe dropping all the veterans was just like an excuse. Like, well, if I'm going to lose, I might as well set the expectations low kind of thing.
I mean, he got flicked on eventually, didn't he?
Maybe he already knew he was going to Japan. Don't know.
Oh,
don't know.
I don't know. That is odd. He had an absolute ball bag of a year. How many All Blacks are in this team right now in the Crusaders? Bauer,
David Havili,
Crockett. Is he still? And he's not a current All Black.
White Crockett.
No, not White Crockett. That's just Havili, isn't it?
Havili.
Oh.
Yeah, Havili, Bauer, Reese.
Yeah, no real All Blacks from last year.
Have you seen James Marshall's podcast?
No, I have not.
It's called What a Lad.
Oh, is it good?
It's alright.
Yeah?
He's got some good interviews with he gets a lot of pretty big name players on.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Context. What's his bullshit to rugby ratio?
It's a lot of rugby.
I like a bit of bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they ever stray off into ways to stop premature ejaculation?
No. He's never talked about like using a podcast.
Well, here we go. Look at this.
Brendan, you're sick.
Here we go. Try time.
Oh
no, you need to let it go, you bastard.
Give it to Morby, man. Come on.
Here we go. Spin it.
Here we go.
Spin it. Keep it. Oh,
no.
oh, lovely. Here we go. Here we go, team. Oh, there we go.
1, 2. And the offload. Oh, Christie's there to snap it up.
That is the most Fijian pass I've ever seen.
Goodness me. Victoria, hey, long time no see.
Hello, Victoria. I've never seen you.
She's from Manurewa,
Oh.
but she's in France.
Oh, right.
She likes to say Rewa hard.
Rewa hard.
I don't think it's Rewa. I think it's Rewa.
Rewa. Yeah, Mandarewa.
No, Scott Barrett, looks like a long season for the Crusaders. You might be right,
So
man.
people from Manukau go cow hard.
Yeah, definitely. They like a good hard cow.
I spoke to a teacher from Massey today.
Okay.
And I spoke to someone from Massey. And they rang me and they said, hey, it's so-and-so from Manukau. And they were like, oh, I mean, from Massey. I was like, dude, you forgot where you're from.
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah.
Papatoi, bro, get it right. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, Papatoi.
Where did all this Rewa hard stuff come from
Papatoi.
then? Oh, because you went to Manurewa High.
How do you say
know.
Papatoi? Do you say Papatoi or Papatoi? Because I've been told it's meant to be Papatoi.
I think I would say the latter. But it depends who I'm talking to. If I was talking to my parents, I'd probably say Papatawi.
Papatoi.
I wouldn't even put the second Taui in.
Yeah. What's another place where you don't put the second... Otahuhu.
Yeah.
Otahu.
Yeah.
There's more. Where we don't put the second one in. This is... Oh, sit down, bitch. Oh, that was not the play.
Is Michael Hooper coming back? He's doing sevens. And then I think he'll probably call it quits.
Yeah.
Connor had his doubts about Omani being made captain. I think after last weekend it was a mistake picking him.
I think
he's a
he's an emotional leader
for now. I think there will be a change of plans. Oh, was that forward? Yeah.
He's such a threat, though, isn't he?
There's a few threats in that.
Roygaard gets his nose through, and it's a good old snoz he's got on him, too.
Wildcard's 2 million video was mad. I haven't seen it yet.
What is it?
About how the Aussies accidentally overspent $2.4 million of their budget last year.
Accidentally?
Australian Rugby was just like, whoops, we overspent by $2.4 million.
Oh my god.
I saw Phil Waugh on a podcast, and he was like, when he was asked to explain it, he was just kind of like, well, a few invoices came in late, and yeah.
Oh, that's poor.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Far out. Well, the
how
whole rugby union over there spent they got knocked out in the pools, right? But they were all over there. I know that's not $2.5 million, but
yeah,
staying in lavish. They were over there the entirety of the World Cup, weren't they? All of them. That's a bad lot.
Yeah. Apparently, Drew Mitchell said.
See, there's freaking Crockett.
I didn't see him.
He's on the bench.
Oh, they've missed. That's the right. Crockett retired years ago.
Where am I? Not White.
Oh, you think Owen Franks?
No, Owen Franks. Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of midfielder. Play for the All Blacks.
Why would you be thinking Wyatt Crockett?
I know. You know his name?
No, Ryan Crotty.
Ryan Crotty.
Okay, I get it.
Wyatt Crockett, Ryan Crotty.
There's a cr.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. You speak Tony. You should know this.
There you go. Oh, man.
Yeah, Ryan Crotty.
Good times.
Great music. Solid gold FM.
If Aussie comes second in the Rugby Championship, New Zealand's going to be third. Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Because South Africa's got such a great record at the Rugby Championship.
Well, they do have both their home games against us. We play them. We don't play them here.
That's good for them. In terms, they're probably it's unlikely that Australia's going to come second. It's us and South Africa will be number 1 and 2. And didn't freaking Rusty Erasmus, my favourite bloke. Oh no, here we go. Come out and say that basically the only thing that does matter is that he's happy to sacrifice normal test matches for World Cup wins.
I don't know. I didn't see that one.
Oh, I heard it somewhere. Am I hearing that right? Anyone else hear it? What else?
Do you know why Stephen Varney plays for Italy, not Wales? Yeah, he's got an Italian grandparent, and I think he's always been with the Italians. I don't think he was ever with the Welsh under-20s. I could be wrong.
The weather's better?
Probably. Maybe the food.
You get Welsh cakes. You ever had a Welsh cake? It's like a little pikelet.
Okay.
Yeah. You have Welsh cake. You get Welsh spoons. They're big into spoons in Wales.
They like their gold.
Do they?
Welsh gold.
Really?
That's a thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're like spoons. Oh, here we go. Oh, Ruben Love's in there.
Oh, man.
That's
The
threatening.
Crusaders are under the pump.
They really are.
They haven't been out of their half in a while.
They're not being able to get their game going, are they?
No. During the World Cup, Adam Ashley Cooper walked into my local laundromat and I helped him figure out the machines. Oh, nice. Old Two Dads.
Oh, wow. They call him Swoop.
Yeah, Swoop and Two Dads.
Why do they call him Two Dads?
Because he's got Ashley Cooper.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's clever.
It is, isn't it? What was I going to say? Oh, one of the Wallabies guys, Drew Mitchell, said on the podcast that when they made the 2015 final, he said that they weren't getting paid like kind of any extra kind of wages during the World Cup. So they kind of played for free because they were told Aussie Rugby had no money. And then when they made the final, all the big wigs from Aussie Rugby flew first class to go over there.
Right.
So speaking back to that management thing about
Surely
Aussie Rugby.
you give everyone a bonus if they win the World Cup.
Yeah, I suppose.
So here we go. Oh.
Tony, you need to visit South Africa. It might help reduce your hate for South Africa.
I don't have any hate for South Africa. I love South Africans. They're great. Just get really bored watching them play rugby.
God, you're such a shit stirrer. He just loves stirring South Africans. He's a stirrer. Do you guys call it a stirrer in South Africa?
I love it. I love it. I love watching a human centipede. Love a good
he is
bombing battle.
The quintessential shit stirrer.
And you know
He's
what?
just stirring that pot.
You know
and
what?
he loves it that people
You know
bite, I think.
Yeah, you know what I don't appreciate about rugby? I don't like it where your outside backs get the ball. Like, why? And if they ever get the ball, if they don't get it from like a random lottery bomb, boy, am I furious. If they don't get it, then you have to get it from a random lottery bomb, and that's a great way to get
His
points.
arms get tired.
Exactly.
Some thick shit.
Yeah, if they could get. I can't stand a well-constructed attacking threat try that showcases the talent you got. Imagine having, all that speed out wide and using it properly.
I think Rusty meant that he's willing to play two squads to breed depth. Therefore, you cannot necessarily.
By the way, South Africans, I'm absolutely shit stirring. You're an incredible rugby team. You've done very well. You've won 2 World Cups in a row. Very, very impressive. But you're definitely a rival, and it's fun to stir up a rival. Essentially.
Oh, here
we go. Oh, no.
Was there a knock on in the build up to that? He didn't pass it. Why not, Bobby?
You've got a Fijian there. Oh.
Turn over the ball.
Even if a Fijian's got any number on their back, and
they're going to be quick. Do you remember Radiki Samo, who used to play for the Reds and for? He was quick, man.
Yeah. With a name like Samo, you'd think he'd be from Samoa, but...
Richie McCaw and Wayne Smith are training Sam Cane for a Mighty Shock return to 2025. Wow, I haven't heard any about that.
What's this?
Sometimes I wonder if Tony is the Tommy Wiseau of rugby.
Oh, that's good.
That is not bad.
Hey guys,
I've never seen. What's that movie called?
The Room,
the
Doom, or the Roar, the Door.
I've never seen it. I know about it. I've seen
The Disaster Artist, and I've seen like some of the famous scenes from The Room.
Right.
Yeah.
Off to work, Victoria. Have a good one. All right. Enjoy your day.
See you, Victoria.
Our day is done, so we're sitting back watching rugby.
That's right.
Ooh. We like JK less than you like Russie. I like Russie. I think he's good value. I think JK...
They really hate JK.
That's because I think...
You guys just got to realise that why on earth are you watching The Breakdown?
I don't think people are. Their view counts aren't what they used to be.
Well, that's the only place you can really get access to them. But it's not made for the South African rugby player. It's made for baby boomers watching on Sky Sport with their freaking Sky boxes at home in New Zealand. It's like...
But sometimes they do acknowledge, like, they talk to, like, our Argentinian viewers, our South African viewers, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. 30 minutes gone. This game's still just 7-0.
And it's lucky to be 7-0, to be fair. The Canes have been all over them.
I want to see what the stats are. I feel like it's going to be more than 60% territory.
All right. Ho Hepper.
61%. That was close. Well, I was right. I said more than 60. There you go. Radicki played on the wing for the Wallabies at 2011 against Russia. Exactly right. Seeing that big man gallop was thing of beauty stuff.
Yeah. Didn't he score an incredible try in a big game?
I think so. Big
Brumbies?
open field, yeah, for the Reds.
Like,
I think.
yeah, he bumped off, like... Didn't he bump off Richie McCaw or something?
Maybe.
And then just ran 40 metres for a try? Yeah.
Great player.
Yeah. And I got try of the year that year.
Did it really?
Yeah, and I don't think he was the most articulate bloke, and he got up there and he just mumbled through a speech in like a big ballroom.
Nice.
And he's held up. Didn't get knees on the ground. Oh, that's
the breakdown is aired on Supersport in South Africa. I don't know why. As people are very critical of the show.
Oh,
yeah, we don't get any foreign shows over here.
But you watch it because you hate it. That's why they watch it.
It's the same reason you watch South Africa Rugby Magazine.
I love them because I hate them so much. Because they are so one-eyed. And I actually became fond of them by the end of it.
Right.
Like, first time I ever watched them, they were just talking about how this was the worst All Black teams that ever existed, how that Italy would beat them, we'd beat them with like 6 men, and they just shat on them like for a good hour.
That was before
and
the Joe
screamed! It was before the Ellis Park test.
Oh, the Ellis Park, yeah. Oh,
and then we bet them, and then...
you were like, shove it up your ass.
I did all live. I was like, shove that up your ass, South African Rugby Magazine. Yeah. And I made a comment.
I think that kind of...
But they were being... I felt like they were like not even trying to say it tongue-in-cheek.
Really? But I think that kind of content these days is what sells.
Yes.
It's the same reason Twitter...
You're far more likely to engage with something you hate than something you love.
So I think they they get JK to lean into it.
Yeah. Like they're kind of going into that sort of more of that part of the interruption model, you know?
Yes, that's right. That show sucks.
Yeah, it's just there's a few of those American
that
shows.
That guy Stephen
just...
Smith, he is just awful. I remember Joe Rogan called him out on his podcast once for basically not knowing jack shit. And he got real offended about it.
Well, he said to him, well, no, it stemmed from the post
post-match where he said he was like...
Because he's a fan of mixed martial arts. What's that? Something Smith? What is it?
Stephen A. Smith, I think.
Stephen A. Smith. And it was in the fight when Conor McGregor came back against Cowboy Cerrone.
Okay.
Donald Cerrone, and that was like comeback fight. But Donald Cerrone was very much towards the end of his career.
Right.
But, you know, he was always known for having these wild freaking massacre sort of scraps. But Conor McGregor in his comeback fight beat him in maybe, I think it was like 66 seconds or something like that. Very quick fight. And Stephen A. Smith finished the fight and he was like, he gave his take. He was like, they didn't tell us anything. We don't know anything about it. We don't know anything about where Connor's at. We don't know about anything about how good he's looking right now because that fight was so quick. And then Joe Rogan was like, we know that like he is one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet who took care of like one of the most high elite MMA professionals that's been around, who's got the most head kick knockouts than any other fighter in history, and then made it look incredibly easy. So he's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Right.
You know, so, but to be fair, that was the last time
Stephen A. Smith did MMA.
And Conor McGregor got a win.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's had 2 losses to Dustin Poirier since then. And he hasn't really fought at all. Like, despite him having such a big name, he just seems like a cokehead drug addict with fucking...
He's got his money. He got it from the Mayweather fight, right?
Millions and millions, if not billions now. Metal that... Well, here we go. Yeah, there just seems to be lacking, even though that was a nice little run, but not a lot of spark, eh?
How do you guys make YouTube videos and not realize the algorithms show you stuff that makes you angry because it's more likely to engage?
Here we go. Covered nicely.
I don't think YouTube promotes content to me that's going to make me angry. It promotes content which it thinks I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Like if I watch, I don't know, if some history video about like World War II pops up and I watch it, and the next day my freaking feed is full of World War II content.
Yeah.
Same thing if I watch like ice hockey content, it just pops up with ice hockey the next day. Whereas Twitter legit shows me argument threads. It's my Twitter feed is like all rugby, but every now and again it'll be like J.K. Rowling, transgender issues, like just pops up in my feed. Like, why are you showing me this?
because it's trending so
It's
hard.
trending hard that it manages to bust its way into like my
busted nut all over your feet.
Basically, yeah.
Well, they did a study. I read a book about basically about how social media has basically cracked the human psyche in terms of how we're wired and how we stay engaged with things. And they did like this big study about the most used and engaged with terms, and they were like the biggest ones were hate, owned, and all the just angry negative shit. And it's human beings just freaking like drift towards it. So it's not the algorithms.
It's human nature.
It's human nature, sadly.
Yeah.
Where like if there's a fight on a street, you stop and you watch it.
That's right.
You know,
I've been making
people giving each other a big cuddle. You're like, ugh.
Yeah, I've been making those videos from my trip to China for almost a year.
What's Reese got? Oh, not much. Now they're trying too much.
They don't get that many views, but I did one trip where just everything went wrong, and I called it "This was my worst trip," and it went in comparison to everything else. So
because you're like, well, what went wrong?
Yeah, people do just like negative stuff.
Yeah. It's a shame.
Is Brad Thorne still coaching the Reds? Nah, Les Kiss is coaching the Reds now. Thorne left last year, so Les Kiss used to be the coach of London Irish, and then they went bust, so he's back in Australia.
What's Thorne doing now?
Someone said he's involved with some rugby thing, but I can't remember. It was below this level, obviously.
All right. Involved with some rugby thing, guys.
Yeah.
What is that? Who do you have? Olivier or... Olivier. Oh, fuck, I can't even say his name right. That's who I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Currently packing the jerseys. It's going to be a great weekend of rugby tomorrow. What are your predictions for the Six Nations? I think I picked Wales.
That's very much a 50-50 for me.
And I picked Ireland, of course. That's an easy pick.
Yeah.
And I think I picked France. So nothing too startling about my picks.
I'm going to go Italy. I'm going to go Ireland. And...
What a catch.
I'm going to go... That is a nice hands. And look at that. It's a South Islander, not
He
China.
Just doesn't know emotion.
Yeah.
There are cold people down there.
Yes. Although on the inside he's like, this is the greatest moment of my life.
Yeah. But he has to no emotion. I am a man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's quite funny actually.
But your videos attract angry Chinese that just read the title but never watched the video. A lot of the comments were angry Chinese people who never watched the video.
Yeah.
They were just like, go back to America if you don't like it, you prick. I
can almost guarantee like a successful video that I would make would be why South Africa sucks.
You would get a lot of views, a lot of comments, but your watch time would be low.
Yeah, exactly. Even if I said it was called Why South Africa Sucks and it had like an angry thumbnail about South Africa, but I said, this is not about why South Africa sucks, that was just to make you click on this. No one would even...
people wouldn't get that far.
People wouldn't even get that far. They'd just go, you sack of shit, 2-time World Cup winners. I'm eating my man's meat here for breakfast.
You go back to your lady's steak, you weak piece of shit.
Exactly. Super Rugby sucks now. Yeah.
People like to see others' struggles because they can minimize theirs that way. You might be right. I don't know. I tried to...
I don't like to see
I fail sometimes, but you know how sometimes you read those video titles and initially it gets you like, ooh, like you won't believe this or something. And you're like, actually, it's like a second thought. You're like, nah, this is gonna be bullcrap. I'm not gonna click.
I watch golf videos a lot.
Right.
And like this one group like gets drunk on courses quite often, and they're our wildest video yet, our craziest video yet. Yeah. And I'm always like, oh, what happened?
All right.
But it's not hate; they're just getting drunk on a golf course and playing funny golf.
Right.
You know? And the videos are quite good.
Right.
You'll never believe this happened, but they're real baity thumbnails.
Yeah.
You know, but they're just playing a game.
Yeah.
You know, your thumbnails aren't baity.
No, I try to.
You gotta entice them to watch, but without. Yeah.
Man, 7-0 half time, folks.
I wonder
Crusaders will be happy with that.
if Hateful Heath will ever get his day.
You need to do it, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you get a bit of free time.
Oh, Hateful Heath.
Golf tracer videos are kind of a kink for me, says Rihanna. What's a golf tracer video? Oh, where they trace the
trace the balls.
Right.
Yeah. They're great.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
As a Melbourne Rebels fan, I would hate to see the Crusaders lose again.
Are you a golfer, Rian?
Why? What's wrong with the Crusaders losing?
Who's this?
As a Melbourne Rebels fan, I would hate to see the Crusaders lose again.
That's weird. I don't understand the link between the Melbourne Rebels and
the Crusaders.
Rian, do you play golf? Let's organise a round. This guy won't come.
I've never played golf in my life. I've played mini golf.
It's not real golf.
Is it not the same thing?
No, it's not even putting really.
What is it?
Well, it is putting. It's all putting, but it's putting around weird things and like on a hard concrete surface with an artificial turf over it. Like it's nothing like actual putting. Where actual putting's like reading lies and like knowing if something's going left or right or what your pace actually has to be. I guess pace, you need to know what your pace needs to be in mini golf.
Rian says, I dabbled before the second took all my time. Yeah, children do that.
Yeah. Oh, Rian, we'll have to organise a round one day. Okay, Rian? You got one? I'm flipping awful. Do you have a handicap, Rian? Other than...
Don't go there. Don't do it. Victor, as a Blues fan, 4-zip Crusader sounds mighty fine. See, I can understand the logic with that one.
I feel sorry for this guy Penny, to be honest.
Rob Penny, yeah, that's right.
If it was like...
If it was Razor going 0 from 4, you think you'd be a bit happier?
Probably. But like, it's a big challenge to see where they come back from here. But they don't even look like they're in this game at all. And you know they've spent the last week going, look, this is where we want to be, guys. People counting us out. You know, we know what our team's about. We know the talent we've got on this team. It's just about going out there and putting it on the field, executing. That's what we haven't been doing. We haven't been executing. So we focus on the basics. Get front foot ball. We don't piss around out there. We get it done. We earn the right. We score points.
If I can get in there.
Yeah. Get stuck into them before they get stuck into you. All that sort of shit, and they play like that.
There you go.
You know?
You get to the point where the two play with each other and you can read a book without them nagging you. My kids is like flip of a coin.
By the way, Round's his faux show.
Oh, there you go.
Golf.
Nice.
And what is it? He doesn't have a... no, just... yeah.
Okay.
I hope you have enough balls, because if you're so bad... There's nothing more depressing
than... Running out of balls?
Paying like $100 to play a course and then going, I'll be right with 3 balls.
Yes. I have 2 children.
I have 1.
Sometimes I can leave them be and I won't hear from them for hours, to the point where I don't want to walk down the hall to use the toilet because I'm worried if I walk past them, they'll be like, oh, Dad, come look. I just want to just be quiet.
You need to be more like the Bluey Dad.
I'll go out to the garden and I'll pee in the corner by the fence outside by the tree where nobody can see me, rather than use the toilet and risk.
Really?
Not often, but occasionally.
You know what
It's because like other times they'll be fighting. It's a flip of a coin.
Righto. Okay, so anything you can do to not engage with your own children, I get you.
Just on those perfect days where they're just happily playing with each other.
Day. Yeah, that's fine. I get it.
John's in Illinois, by the way.
Hello, John from Illinois. What I realized as I got a little bit older was I used to think that I've always just got into the toilet and taken a shit, and it was done and dusted. So I never really understood people who took long shits. And my dad used to take like shits for like half an hour, like for fucking.
What are you doing in there?
I'll be like, I'll be like, is it just like? And I just thought that's how long his process was. Like it would just like.
Oh, where's this going?
His asshole would pucker, then it would just peek out. And then just over a 40, it'll be like a...
Ooh, cold. Go back.
Yeah, exactly. And then after a while, it's... You know what are those things when you're in caving and they come down from the ceiling and they just... What are they?
Stalagmites or stalactites, yeah.
Stalagmites. So it was like that, and eventually, after 45 minutes, it would plop off. That's what I had imagined as a child. But then I realised when I had my own child, and
You're
chaos.
just trying to get away from the kids.
Yeah, exactly. He was just trying to get away from us. Yeah.
Hey, catch the Colonel. What is this game?
Oh God.
There's a halftime game show or halftime bit of
on
entertainment. There's a guy wearing a KFC sweater.
You usually don't get this.
Yeah, they usually don't show the halftime entertainment, but there's a guy who's apparently going to play a game called Catch the Colonel.
All right, so he's got gumboots.
He's got his gumboots. Yeah.
Oh, this could be atrocious.
They never show this on the television.
Yeah, this is usually just for the game.
You got to go to the game to see this kind of stuff.
So he's going to catch the Colonel on the side. So he's like a greyhound, basically.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Oh,
the Colonel's way too fast.
Oh, this is bullshit.
Look at him go. Look at him go.
Yeah,
He's running
Colonel.
hard. Bro, that's not fair. That Colonel was lightning fast.
Yeah, and an old boy and
alongside
gumboots.
like the hoardings of the advertising hoardings, the electronic ones, they had a Colonel from Colonel Sanders.
KFC's a sponsor, and they just needed to get a little bit more.
Goodness me. Love the garden pee confession mark. Nothing like peeing in the open air. Exactly right. As long as you can do it in the discretion of your neighbours not being able to see you, basically.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Remember
Or
how
do you be
boring...
like, you sit there and you're like, hey Shirley.
Pascal says, remember how boring shits were before smartphones? There's going to be a whole generation of people who never had to like take a shit without a smartphone. Without a smartphone.
You know what's really weird to me? Even when I really need to take, sometimes like, oh fuck, I need a shit.
You still take the time to find your
like,
phone.
Where's my phone?
Yeah.
And then it's like Pavlov's dog. As soon as I'm like, oh, I know, I can take a shit, and then you go, where's my phone? Yeah.
Sometimes it has not happened for a few years, to be honest. But my wife used to ask me, she'd be like, "I need to take a shit, but my phone's charging. Can I have your phone?" I'm like, "No, you cannot take my phone.
It's not particularly nice.
I don't want your phone. Get a backup phone if you need a shit phone.
We need a burner for the household, just so people take shits.
Yeah, exactly. I follow both the Melbourne Rebels and the Crusaders, by the way. There's the connection. There you go. Rugby Edge, it's Tim.
Rugby Edge.
A lot of missed opportunities for the Hurricanes. Crusaders have defended well so far. Yeah, man, you're right.
He's always straight to the rugby, that boy.
Exactly.
He's all about the business.
Big on the rugby. How many tackles have there been?
It's so far away. I knew every ingredient in my shampoo in the old days before toilet phones.
There you go.
So he takes long shits if he's reading all that.
No, I was always... My friends used to be amazed if I had any friends over. I'd go take a shit. I'd be out within 30 seconds. They'd be like, did you take a shit?
Or a piss. Yeah, I'm a quick shitter. Bam, bam.
Hey, get in, get out, man. Don't want to waste my day shitting.
Yeah, now I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Time to get peace.
I've also taken a lesson from your father.
Yes.
I felt that one coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, what else is going on in the world out there?
Oh, my dad sent some messages.
Let's hear it. Gaz.
Yeah, well, g'day, McMurray. Well, the first place we'll do, Tony and Marcus, we'll talk about Mr. Dolman. Well, he's another one who doesn't know the breakdown rule very good, I'm afraid. He's all over the place.
That's a long S.
Trying to get the bloody ball out and he penalised what the bloody hell he's doing. But anyway, he hasn't cost anybody the game. Hurricanes have it slightly better.
Some impressive.
Bloody bailed them out about 3 or 4 times. But let's get back to Dolman. Well, it's Dolman.
Why is it about the ref with my dad?
Dolman.
He loves the ref.
Dolman, the Holman, the Goldman. 12 out of 20.
I didn't even
6
know.
out of 12. And
6 out of 12.
he's doing all right. There's penalties.
5 out of 12 out of 20 or 6 out of 12. That's a different ratio. 12 out of 20 is better than 6 out of 12.
But,
He meant 6 out of 10.
I'm afraid all these referees
Well, yeah, 5
really
out of
need
10 is
to
the same
take
as
a good
6
look
out
at
12
the
out of 20.
breakdown because
50%.
this is one of the most contentious areas in rugby. And even though they get it right most of the time, they still get it wrong. I mean, we're all human, I suppose. But anyway, I'll leave Mr. Dolman. He gets 12 out of 20. Has he impressed me? Well, no, not really. But the conditions aren't great.
It was real wet.
And the Hurricanes, deserve to be ahead by 7-0. It's a bit of a sloppy game, played in weak conditions. I wouldn't say it's it's a good game. I wouldn't call it outstanding,
Not
and
a
I
classic.
wouldn't call it awful.
It's not a cracker.
No.
So, Tony and Mark, where's this game going to go? Well, the Hurricanes should win,
I think he's right.
but there's always that probability that the Crusaders could get up. Now, notice
the
with the
next
Hurricanes this first half, it display hasn't been that good. I mean, there's been a few slight little,
Who, the Hurricanes?
and the Crusaders aren't much better, I'm afraid.
Was there another
And
one?
someone's going to have to bust this
And there's
game
new
wide
emotions.
open to win it.
Listen to your father.
If the Crusaders are going to do it, they're going to have to do it, and they're going to have to do it fast. If they don't, well, we know this Hurricanes team will be giving them their fourth loss, and the first time in Crusaders history, I think. So that could probably happen. And we know the Crusaders have got 10 or 12 or 11 players out, and when you have a run of injuries like that, it's hard to replace the guys
That's
that
as Gazza's meandering.
out meant to be out on the field, but aren't because they have injuries. Do I feel sorry for them? Slightly.
Oh, it's big of them.
For the other thing, the crowd's all right. It's probably a good crowd for a wet night down in Canterbury.
It's not too bad.
Well, the Crusaders are going to have to start winning games
What's your dad's profile pic?
soon, because if they're not, they're going to get left behind.
him.
Now, have they got the personnel to do it? Well,
I like that, Ash.
they're up against it at the moment because we know they're in a bit of a bind. Well, they're in a big bind actually. So if I was Rob Penny, and I know he's not going to do it, I'd be bringing more of these academy players in, giving them the experience rebuilding for next year. But I know they're not going to do
Go
that.
full rebuild.
Yeah?
Because, as the Crusaders have won 12 or 13 times, there's too much.
Hard to
bloody
do when you're-
state.
I don't know. To be fair,
And they would have put up with it. Now, are they going to get rid of Rob Penny? Well, they really can't because, he's there.
he's there.
I just hope they bloody start winning some games too. Gazamania, Roger Mania, out.
Good on you, Gazza. As a Gazza.
Bye-bye.
What a ledge. Why can't they get rid of Penny?
We don't really do sacking coaches in Super Rugby.
I do not feel... I feel sorry for the team and the coach for some reason. Do not still feel sorry for the region of Canterbury. Suck it, Canterbury. Suck a massive fat one. If you want to meet an arsehole from New Zealand, chances are they're from Canterbury.
Aileron says, feel sorry for the Crusaders? No damn way. And the Big VH also said, I cannot respect anyone that needs to use their phone while taking a shit.
Oh, wow.
It's the only refuge we all have in this modern world where we can truly be alone with our thoughts. Plus, also the risk of dropping the bloody thing in the toilet bowl. That's not happened to me. I've never dropped the phone
Well,
in the
I don't
toilet.
usually use my phone when I'm taking a piss. But if I'm taking a shit, it's going to be pretty hard to, I don't know. I'd have to, scoop my bum up the back of the thing, make a hole. I don't even have any
Not
hole
much space
exit.
there.
It's like my fat ass.
Oh, man. The Canes and the Crusaders could be the ones to do their thing, but could go the other way. Yeah, this game's still too close to call. The conditions are tough.
They don't need... Imagine if they don't make whatever the playoffs are, because you only have to get half a dozen wins out of not many.
8 of the teams make the playoffs, and there's only 4 that don't.
It's stupid.
They interviewed all the New Zealand team CEOs.
Yeah.
And they asked them the hard questions.
Yes.
And one of them was are you happy with the current playoffs format? And it was almost gun to their heads. They were all yes, I am happy with the current format. Except the Blues CEO who said, yeah, we could maybe go down to 6, but I'm pretty happy with it.
It's so stupid.
The other 4 are all it's fine. I like it the way it is.
But there's no tension in the regular season.
Yeah, it basically makes the regular season a bit redundant. So yeah. Hemorrhoids are real, says Joseph. This is also true.
They are. I had a hemorrhoid once.
I've had a hemorrhoid.
I had to use a suppository.
So did I.
Suppository bros.
Oh no, I shouldn't know that. That's too gross. I'll tell you.
What? Off air.
Yes.
What happened? I'm saying, just go on.
Okay.
If Mark feels uncomfortable, do you want to hear him?
It's just so nasty. If you've got any food around...
I don't know if I want to hear
exactly.
Okay, go.
Okay, so
I got my face like this, just ready for it. If this isn't super nasty, I'm going to be irritated.
It's just pretty gross. So, I was in China when I had the hemorrhoid, right? So the doctor prescribed me some suppositories.
Yes.
So I had a look at the packet, and it was all in Chinese, but I was like, right, basically shove this up your ass. That's fine. First time I'm taking suppositories in my life, and I pulled out the packet. They're like this long.
Yeah, but they're shaped like
they're really thin.
Like
yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, sure enough, shove it up my ass, right?
Shelving is what they call it.
Okay, job done. Next day, shove it up my ass.
I need to shove one up my ass.
Okay,
how many do you have to do?
Next day, shove it up my ass, right? Get to the end of the packet, there's a bunch of little plastic sleeve things to go over your finger, which I only find like a little finger glove.
I don't remember using a plastic little finger glove. Yeah,
I only found the finger gloves at the end.
It's okay. You fucking clean your asshole when you have a shower. Like,
you're supposed to clean your finger afterwards.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. I do my own. Prostate exams.
There you go.
So I'm used to it.
Dinner isn't tasting the same. There you go.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Second half's underway, by the way. There is rugby.
Yes,
it's not just hemorrhoid chat.
And like, is this going to be a crucial moment for the Crusaders to get back in it? Or
maybe they can just kick high balls all day. Oh, look at that.
They're not South Africa. They just can't pull it off. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. They seem like they come out with a bit of attacking venom. Oh, until that happened.
This season has only reinforced what I've been saying for years. The key to exciting Super Rugby is the Crusaders losing.
Yeah, it's good for New Zealand rugby. Well,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
There are other competitions around the world that are incredibly popular, which are still dominated by like one team. Oh, look, it's all getting all hot and sweaty in the Crusaders.
They can't. The canes. They can't see through the window.
That's not doing much. It's on the other side.
Go outside and wipe it down.
Yeah, exactly.
You need one of those squeegee guys at the lights. Flick him a few bucks. What'd you have for dinner tonight?
We got takeaway Chinese food.
Was it good?
That was alright. We always have all my parents come over.
Is it legit Chinese food or is it just...
Nah.
Nowhere near it.
Nah. Fake ass. Basically.
What's the most legit Chinese place in Auckland?
There's a few of them on Dominion Road.
Yeah.
But not Barilla Dumpling. That's the one all the whiteys go to.
Right.
Basically, if you look in a Chinese restaurant...
Look at this boy.
Oh, man. Or if you look in a Chinese restaurant and it's all full of whiteys, it ain't genuine.
Yeah, 100%. No, I dated a girl who was half Chinese, and she always knew the good spots to go.
Right.
And yeah, it was...
What was her name?
Her name was Lizzie.
Okay.
Why do you think you might know her?
Oh, one of my ex-girlfriends was also half Chinese. Just checking we didn't know the same girl. That would have been awkward.
Make us Eskimo bros. Although, yeah, she was a Christian, actually.
Okay.
So that wasn't fun.
So she would have been able to answer your question about...
actually Eskimo bros, actually.
All right.
Well, here we go. Look, it's gone here. Try time. Spin it, you
Go,
fuck.
Lucky! Oh,
dude. You've got that attacking threat right there.
What you do need, the 8 playoff system is guaranteed a few Australian teams get... Oh, yes. Simon's basically saying the reason it's 8 teams in the playoffs is to make sure some of the Aussie teams make it. Which is kind of what I got the feeling from those CEOs who all gave the, yes, the playoff system is fine answer.
No, I don't think it... But it's... They could definitely be in the top 6 this year. Oh, yeah. No, that was it. Would you call that an intentional knock-on?
I think it's fine. But,
what's he going as a knock-on?
The thing is, Aussie fans are also not dumb. Like, if their team... Do you remember when they had the playoffs conference system?
Yeah.
Where, like, the top Aussie team, the top South African team, and the top New Zealand team would all get the first guaranteed 3 top spots.
Yeah.
And there was one year where the Brumbies got it. and they would have finished, I think, 8th or maybe even 9th. I think the Blues might have missed out on a playoff spot because the Brumbies were guaranteed a spot. And then they got fucking hammered by, I think, the Canes when they actually hit the playoffs. Aussie fans knew that's bullshit. That team shouldn't be a top qualifier. I still
prefer that because it still breeds a bit more tension in this, like, in these games.
Having a team which is like the bottom qualifier be a top qualifier because of the way of the structure, though?
It's not great, but it's better than this shit where everybody gets a free pass and there's no tension at all in the regular season. Like in NRL, like I'm like the Warriors lost this weekend, and I'm like already thinking, oh geez, you
can't drop points at home.
Yeah, you can't drop points. You can't drop points at this time of season. Like, you know, with all the whole freaking things, you don't win a freaking competition in March, but you can start to lose
it in January or whatever. No, it's March, isn't it?
We're playing the Melbourne Storm this week, which is...
They're usually pretty good.
They are very good, so it's going to be tricky.
Alaranda's gutted there was no quiz. So let me... I'll correct that. Hold on.
Sorry, Alaranda.
Hold on, let's... We're going to go with the Chat GPT rugby quiz.
Alright.
So I'm going to punch a question into...
I want to be a quiz. I want to be quizzed. I don't want to know the answers. So you got to beat me. I've got the advantage of the fact.
I'm going to ask the question, who would make a good Avengers team
what the hell
made from rugby players?
Oh, that's not a quiz question. That's not triv.
Okay, so who do you think Captain America is based on what Chat GPT has said? Who's going to be
I think I know he's not Americans. There's no decent Americans, but I think Richie McCaw because he's just...
Oh, man, look at that. Richie McCaw has been picked as Captain America. You're 1 from 1.
Okay.
Who's picked as Thor?
Who is picked as Thor?
I'll give you a clue.
Mm-hmm.
It is a New Zealander, and he ain't a white guy.
Oh, okay. Jerome Kano?
Older.
Older. Buck Shelford?
Younger. I'll give you one more guess.
And he's brown.
He's a big brown man.
Jerry Collins.
Jonah Lomu.
Oh, flip.
Who's Iron Man? It's another Kiwi.
Who's Iron Man? Daniel Carter.
Oh, you got it. Nice. And one more. Who's the Hulk? It's Wallaby.
Oh, now I want to say Pete Samu. But it's not. The Hulk.
Yeah, Dwayne Vermeulen would have been a good one. Arceus name.
Oh, here we go. Roygaard's gone.
Oh, Roygaard. How'd you get in space? I missed that. I was too busy faffing about with ChatGPT.
It was just...
Man, is that going to be game? Can the Crusaders come back from 14-0 down?
He's a good boy, isn't he?
He's good.
He's our number 9. Do you see when they played the Blues? He really looked classier than.
Oh man!
Oh, that's they're gonna have to look at that. Can't knock it on like that out of a player's hand.
Did he knock it out of his hand?
He sure did. It's no try.
Yeah. Why did the Crusaders change the badge? Because of the shooting, I think.
Yeah, it was because of the shooting. Because there was a big petition to try and get them to change the name as well from Crusaders because of...
Did you hear their official reason for why they kept the name? It's not about the actual Crusades. It's because we're like crusading to victory or something.
Yeah,
like it's
right.
like, yeah, right. Yeah, that looks dodgy, and it was dodgy. Hey, Junaid!
Hey, Junaid.
Long time no see, buddy.
Give Mark some money, Junaid. Oh, I didn't say that.
It was Taniela Tupou, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to do the Tongan Thor.
Yeah, Tongan Thor, they picked as the
Hulk.
Hulk.
But then I thought...
Too obvious, yeah.
Why'd you tell me?
Oh, sorry. Do you want to keep... They've done the whole going. Avengers team. Black Widow.
It's a female.
Yeah. New Zealander.
Ruby Tui.
No.
The
other one.
The winger who scores all the tries.
Yeah.
Forgotten her name.
Portia Woodman.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Hawkeye, South African.
What's his name? The guy who kicks the goals?
No, not Pollard.
Hawkeye.
The description is lightning fast and accurate.
Colby?
Yeah, Colby.
Okay. I'm doing alright here.
Yeah. Black Panther.
Khaleesi.
No, they've gone with an English player.
Oh, Khaleesi looks like him, for God's sake. They went with an English player. Hopefully he's black, though, is he? Black. A Toja.
Yeah, it's Toja.
He's too friggin' tall.
I know. What is that leg doing up there?
Okay.
Who's Falcon?
Falcon?
Oh, is that the guy who took over as Captain America?
He's a black guy as well, yeah?
Yeah, they picked with a controversial Australian.
He's not black?
Well, it's controversial former Wallaby.
Oh, Israel Folau.
And who's Spider-Man? It's a Kiwi. Agile, quick, and always ready to spring into action. Current player.
Agile. Bodie Barrett?
No, they picked him as Doctor Strange. They went with D-Mac.
Oh, right. Well, I think 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Still only 7-0. This game's
Why-
still all on.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that would be almost it.
Yeah. God, I don't even know some of who the hell's Vision? Oh, Vision's the red guy.
Yeah, the guy who is able to pick up Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
He's not a human.
They went with a Kiwi.
They're for a Kiwi for Vision.
It's unlikely.
Kieran Reid.
Brody Retallick. What's the
What
worst?
the hell is Regan?
Yeah, that's
Who's the other Avengers?
they're gone with Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, so someone small.
A Welshman.
Shane Williams.
Yeah, good job.
Okay.
War Machine, South African.
Dwayne Vermeulen.
Yeah, good pick, man. You're good at this game.
yeah,
And then Nick Fury, the team manager. They went with a Kiwi. But it's a white guy.
So as a coach?
It's a coach, yeah.
Razor?
No. Older than that. Much older.
Graham Henry.
Yeah, Graham Henry. Man, you're pretty good at this game.
But it's like just dumb shit is as obvious as possible.
Grant says Khaleesi does not look like Chadwick Boseman. Not all black people look the same, Tony.
It looks more like him than freaking a Toja does.
You know what happened to me yesterday?
They do. Have you ever seen similar hair.
Have you ever seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
I have.
So there's 2 male leads in that one, and there's 2 female leads, right? Of the female leads, it's Michelle Yeoh, who was a Bond girl, and then Zhang Zi.
Yes.
Do you know who Zhang Zi is?
No.
Okay, well, she's the other girl from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
I can't remember much about the movie.
So
yes.
my wife was watching a movie on the tablet the other day.
The Tabletina.
And I looked over her shoulder and was like, is that Zhang Zi? And she said, no. And my immediate reaction was, oh shit, I'm a dumb racist. But, do you know what she said?
What?
She said it's this other girl, but she's known as like the mini Zhang Zi, because even Chinese people think she looks quite like her, and she really does.
I'm more racist than you, because when you say Zhang Zi, I think Chung Li from
Street Fighter.
From Street Fighter, yeah.
Thunder Thighs.
Alright. There we go, there's going to be a scrum. I can get some wine now, can't I? You want a glass of wine?
Go on then.
Alright.
Which rugby pundit, Sky Rugby pundit, do you least respect, says Neil?
I don't. I respect everybody. Who do I... They just want us to say JK, don't they? Or Goldie. Who do I least respect?
I'll go first.
Wheeler?
Yeah. And it's not just like... It's not necessarily a lack of respect, but he's on that show to be a bit of a lad.
Yeah.
Right? He's there to crack jokes and to be the kind of comic relief.
Yeah.
But I don't need that when I'm watching rugby. If I want that, I'll come over and watch a game with you. I don't need the comic relief from the commentary team. I want the commentators to give me some freaking insights about what's going on. Like, you're sitting at the game, you can see shit that I can't see.
I don't mind, like, I honestly don't mind people being funny. Like, the ACC are generally meant to be funny.
If I'm going to watch the ACC, the Alternative Commentary Collective, I will watch that for that reason.
Because they're meant to be funny. I don't mind if something's genuinely funny and there's a good quip and someone's genuinely quick in a game of rugby and they say something that's genuinely funny, but if your purpose is to be
a
the
lad,
funny guy, the lad, you know, it's a little.
I don't really see the purpose of it personally.
Touch tiresome, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't need that when I'm watching my rugby. Thank you. So, who are you going with?
For my most, you know who I think is quite good, who didn't play the highest level, but is nestled a good little career for himself, is Carl Tanana.
My dad hates him, eh?
Why?
He just thinks he loves himself.
Oh, why? He doesn't like people who like dress up nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, who like take...
Look at those glasses.
He would have respected the heck out of that guy who took that rugby catch and
yeah. That's my dad's kind of player. Oh, okay, I'm character. Yeah.
Rather than the guy giving high fives and taking a bow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. It's got to be.
Crusaders might be going to score here.
They've
been camped down on the Canes end.
This is
been a while since we talked about the game. They got advantage.
This is where you expect to see Whitelock just turn up and score a try. Crotty's on the field. Oh
yeah.
Give it to Crotts. He'll do something awesome.
It's
weird not seeing Bryce. Oh yeah, that's try time.
Try time.
A couple of boring tries in this game.
Yeah, it's not been...
Oh, you got some money.
Oh, Randy.
Randy.
Who I've met in person. I'm Tony's biggest fan. Come on, Canes. 4 in a row, please.
Oh, thanks, bro.
And then the Crusaders just scored. Sorry, Randy.
You know, my biggest fan, it wouldn't be hard. It could be actually... He could be... My biggest fan could be someone who'd be like, I don't mind him.
He's alright. I can tolerate him.
I can handle him. Oh, I'll be back, guys.
I'm going to hold down the fort.
Yeah. Hold down that chair.
Great call on Wheeler. I can't believe that guy's on TV, Chris. Yeah, like I said, if they kind of cross to him at a bar with the students having a laugh, like I get why he's there. Not everyone can do that, but for the punditry, it's just not my cup of tea. Yeah, not my cup of tea. Ben's loving the Crusaders. Good on you, Ben. I mean, it's all tied up now, so good stuff. Every Australian commentator is like that in every sport over here. Way too matey. The only commentary is not like that is at state level is the AFL. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, I've not noticed the UK, well, at least Northern Hemisphere rugby commentary to be quite as matey. David Flatman gets quite casual, but I actually still quite like his commentary because I still think he balances it with decent insights on the game. So, yeah, like I said, if you are at the game and you can see shit that I can't see, I want to know about that. Tell me when there's an overlap that's kind of not seen on the camera, you know, or if they're setting like the backfield in a certain way at a scrum time, you know, like the positioning and what you think they're going to do. I like that kind of stuff. Skull a beer if the Crusaders win. I haven't sculled a beer in a long time. Very long time. Clive Woodhead. Clive Woodward. Oh my god. Saying, did you guys hear what he said? Clive Woodward, after England beat Ireland the other day, I think literally wrote that he thinks, and I'm sure he believes it, that the English management, like Steve Borthwick, someone in the camp must have read his column because they basically implemented what he said to do. Like, how do you even get your brain to do that?
What are you talking about?
Woodward with the whole they must have read my column thing.
What a wanker.
How does, like, I mean, I know some people are really detached from reality, but
some people are wildly narcissistic.
Yeah, I suppose that's it, narcissistic, eh?
You know, Lydia was on the chat and she commented on me talking about premature ejaculation.
Oh, what? I missed it.
And she said something along the lines of, take your own advice, Tony, or something like that.
Ah, nice.
Yeah,
she's good for you.
You got wine here now.
Okay.
You're double parked.
I'll have a wine.
We've got a little sneaky little Central Otago rabbit ranch here.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, we're waiting for a big rabbit ranch sponsor. I'm sure we're exactly the type of people that they want.
Well, here's what Randy says, despite the fact that he's your biggest fan.
All right.
I really like the point you made, Mark. Why does Union need to be like League? No mini contested scrums, lineouts, two completely different games. No need to change. There you go.
Yeah. You don't change anything about rugby. Just don't make
Oh,
There we go.
charge down!
Oh, whoa! Just don't make it
Don't make it boring.
a game-defining thing. The scrum, like I would like to see infractions at scrum time free kicks. And if you have 3 free kicks that you choose to go against scrum in a row, then you have to take a quick tap. That's what I'd like to see.
Can I?
But there's so many different. I'm somebody who watches the league all the time.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Can I give you?
You can give me whatever you want. What are you trying to give me?
Another sport to kind of compare it with, which
Yes.
I think holds true a little bit, right? When I watch,
Better hold true completely, or else I'm going to be furious. We gave him a massive rap.
He's not done a heck of a lot.
You know.
When I watch the UFC, right?
Yes.
My favorite guys to watch are guys who like to punch the shit out of each other.
Oh, you like stand-up guys?
Because the stuff on the ground, I
you
don't really
understand
know what's going on.
Yeah.
So even if there's like a really tense moment, I kind of don't get invested in it because I can't tell that well who's in like a better position and is he almost going to lose, you know what I mean? Like he's about to tap. Like it just looks like they're rolling around on the floor. But when the commentators can kind of talk me through what's going on.
Like he's got that left limb if he turns around the corner.
Yeah, I love that shit. That's the kind of shit rugby should be doing.
But they can't because there's too many players, too much going on, too many people doing too much stuff.
But it's not random.
But it's not random. But you could do a freaking commentary breakdown on every player and every scrum in terms of what they're trying to achieve, and really focus on the locks and oh, that's a high shot, Crotty.
I still think they could be doing better because right now we get nothing. Right now we just get they went to the ground and it's
Alex Corbacero. He's the guy who does great breakdowns.
Yeah.
This game is right here for Roygaard to steal it at some stage. I think Roygaard's the most threatening player on the field right now. Yeah.
Ben is the only Crusaders fan in the channel, and it's a bit lonely. You are like the one. He's been around for years as well. He's like the one
What a
diehard
legend.
Crusaders fan. Like despite the fact that he's usually the only Crusaders fan in the chat, like he's represented. So I love it, Ben.
Tony, you need to comprehend there is still skill and technique to scrumming. Respect the game. I do respect it. It's just boring to watch. I respect chess as well. It can be boring to watch, but I don't change any of it. Don't keep all the laws the same.
So when you watch the UFC and you're watching all the kind of grappling, all the guys who like
The thing about like there's multiple fights and there's multiple styles and styles make fights and they match them up. So the fights aren't going to... They don't put 2 jiu-jitsu guys against each other very often unless it's like they have to. Like, there's always a guy who wants to keep it on its feet. And there's always a guy who wants to take it to the ground.
But you get that in rugby as well. You get teams who are like Japan. Like, they just want to run everything. They want to take quick line-outs. They want to tap and go.
Yeah.
You know, and then you get some other team...
But it's inevitable that there's going to be a scrum.
Right.
But whereas in MMA, like, to get someone to the ground, you need to have a take, and some people have incredible takedown defense, and then there's a whole art in that, and like breaking the clinch to get the takedown defense, and then.
But don't you get that same sense of satisfaction, like when you see, like for example, Japan, like when their scrum was under the pump, but they've managed to just, even though the scrum's gone backwards, they just get it out the back real quick and spin it. Like that's kind of satisfying.
Yeah, I guess.
Like if they hadn't have got it out there quickly, if the number 8 was a little bit slower, his props would have got crunched.
But then also just watching them get penalised to shit and then lose a game because they're technically a more skillful team who have better attacking players and play with more endeavour and more attacking intent, but lose because there were 5 players on the ground that were better than the other 5 players and the props and the replacement props. Like, that's not that satisfying. That's kind of... That's not an accurate reflection of the entirety of the team. It's just... There's too much freaking emphasis on it. And it sucks. Like, it's just, like... It's not a stimulating thing... it's stimulating when it's a huge moment, it's a big scrum and stuff like that. But so this scrum going, like I know there's so much to it and all the arts and all that sort of stuff, but it's not why I like rugby. And I think there's you want to get more people on board, you want to get more casuals on board. It's not an attractive feature to the game, and you've got to realise you're an entertainment product at the end of the day, don't you?
But they've got to sell it properly, right?
But they're not. You can't. It's just hard. You can't wrap up a piece of shit with glitter all over. It's not shit.
It's literally Bram saying, "Boring for you, bro. Most South Africans like it. We don't want to change." So whilst you might not enjoy it,
but the world is bigger than South Africa, sadly.
But it's not just South Africa too. Like I like it as well.
You're a hardcore. You're a hardcore, and most South Africans are hardcores. You know, and they love it because it's brought them a lot of success, and it's
a key aspect of the way they play.
It's a key aspect of the way they play, but just as an entertainment product, and like I don't think the All Black Scrum is nothing to be sniffed at the moment. I know that we did not at all get dominated in the World Cup final at Scrum time, not at all. I just don't like reset scrums, and I just don't like the emphasis on it.
Dieter just says, get a forward in the commentary box. He would definitely talk about the scrum. Maybe that's also a thing. The way, most of our big name commentators tend to be backs.
Yeah, there's not a lot of forward. Kieran Reid does a little bit. But
that also might be part of it. I genuinely think, even
here we go.
Even though you don't think it's a great watch, I think they could sell it better.
Maybe they could sell it better, but
I don't think they sell it well at the moment.
Yeah.
I forgot to say cheers to Randy for the donation as well.
Thank you, Randy. Cheers to you, my man.
Cheers to Randy. Randy Viper.
Randy. I'm Randy about Randy. The game and the pundits need to do a better job at advertising the game. Start showing heart rates during scrum time. Really? Oh, yeah, okay.
Be interesting if they could measure the power going through it or something. There would certainly be.
Yeah, it's immense. These guys they're incredibly strong people.
Line out steal.
There we go.
I feel like the Crusaders are doing all right this half.
Yeah, they're definitely far more in it. But people get very, very defensive when you criticize the scrums. You're either against them or you're for them. But the people who are for them get very, very upset when you say, "Oh, they're kind of boring, aren't they?" But everybody that I know who grew up loving rugby, who's kind of switched off by it now, they go, "You so why don't you watch?" You say, "It's just reset scrums and."
Really?
Yeah, they don't like it. They don't like.
Like I told you, I got a lot of feedback from casual fans who know me.
Yeah.
During the World Cup, like people I hadn't heard from for literally years were sending me messages. Their number one thing that they bitched about was the TMO.
Yeah.
Rather than scrums. I didn't get anyone talking about scrums at the World Cup.
I don't. TMO is not a massive thing. That's at World Cup time, but I'm talking about people I know. I feel like if my friends and family and stuff, there's far less talk about Super Rugby, whereas like in the past, I'd be like, geez, the Blues are playing so-and-so this weekend. It's going to be a big game, yada, yada. I'm like, what are you? And they're like, it's just slow. It doesn't seem to really much be happening, like scrums.
Do you really reckon it's just the scrums?
No, it's not just the scrums. It's certainly not just the scrums. And the product is really, really...
drop ball.
Oh, and did he knock on... There's a lot of good things to the product as well, but I think it is a big way about how it's been marketed at the moment. Yeah, and I think a big part of this, there's a total lack of tension. Like, there's no consequences to losing. Like, if this game was like make or break, like for the Crusaders, if they were like they can't afford to lose, drop any more games, especially at home. This just ratchets up its tension like so much more. There's a natural tension in any contest. They're playing right now to win this game. They're not playing right now to win the comp or with the comp in mind. But when that's on top of it, and you've got a dedicated and engaged fan base behind you, providing all that expectation and pressure. Yeah, that's when you create a real big event. But they've ripped all that out of it. Yeah. You know?
If you were watching the UFC, right, and there was like a ground wrestling thing going on, and the commentator was like, "Oh, geez, I wish these guys would just get up off the dig. This is boring."
Yeah, that would be bad.
Because
they have Daniel Cormier in there, who was an Olympic wrestler.
Yeah,
and he's telling you exactly and he's an engaging, entertaining guy. And he's telling you exactly what's going on.
That's the kind of thing I feel like they need to do more.
He needs to pin his shoulder down. Yeah. And if he can get around that corner and elevate his elbow, he's going to be able to get him into a choke that he's not going to be able to get out of.
I genuinely think rugby needs to do more of that.
But that's just mano on mano. It's so easy to isolate, you know?
I know. I get that it's not the same, but I get that I think the principle applies.
Do you think in the breakdown shows and stuff, they could be like, scrum time, and then they isolate it and say, look, this guy's dipping his shoulder in and then he's pushing up, and you can see what effect that has on this guy, and this guy counters by trying to squeeze in with his hooker to try and get a more pressure going forward. Do you think the public would engage in that? Like, we've got to live in the world that we live in rather than the world we want to live in. I don't think any rugby show or anything like that is going to do that. I think there could be space for a YouTuber or someone to do that. Why do you do it, Mark? And then you have to get rights to the footage as well.
True.
Come on, Canes. Conor McGregor would be a fantastic scrammer. Maybe back in the day.
For my family of Kiwis, it's the stoppages the game used to flow that's gone. I don't know how true that is, though, because...
But that's the narrative, dude.
Yeah. Like, all the ball and play numbers are up compared to what it used to be. So it's some of it, I think, is a bit like nostalgia. You think about stuff that better than it used to be. But I got to admit, they did used to set scrums a lot quicker than they do now.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. I like Duplessis. Here we go. Oh, no. Oh, he picks up clean. Naholo.
Remember the 80s Rugby World Cup that we watched during the COVID era, Mark? Yeah, man, we watched a bunch of old games during the pandemic when there were no games on. We sat back and watched like a bunch of the World Cup finals. I even watched the 95 final. That was painful.
Ah, yikes. What was it like?
I feel like Andrew Mertens could have won us that game.
Yeah. He just kicked a little bit better.
Yeah. There's a couple of games I watched, the old games, actually, where Mertens just didn't kick his goals.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I was just watching these two games, I'd kind of think he was a bit of a shit player.
Yeah, right.
Man, defense holes.
Yeah, that's a big hold. See him, what he just did to Franks?
What did he do to Franks?
He just bumped off Franks. Like, he sit down, basically.
Oh, 80 says they can hear the TV. Hopefully, if we keep talking, we won't get copyright struck by
How loud
Sky
is
Sports. Hopefully, it's just background murmuring.
Just little murmurs. Would that be an awful way to get a copyright strike? Have you ever had a copyright strike?
I did get a copyright strike from Sansa.
Yeah.
During the first game of Super Rugby AU.
Oh, that's a big...
I was doing a live stream, and they copyright struck me for using the name Super Rugby AU in my title, because it's a competition name which is copyrighted. It'd be the same if you used UFC or NHL or NBA or NFL.
That's a bit shit.
That's real pedantic, man. Like, do you literally not want people to talk about your sport? So I remember I appealed it, and I said, hey guys, I was doing a live stream, no game footage was being shown, no audio was being broadcast, it was just a watch along, and they rescinded it.
Oh, here we go. This is a kick to win. Well, not to win, but...
Yeah. I remember Kiwi Lads got one at the same time.
Massive turnaround here.
Kiwi Lads got one at the same time, and his took a lot longer to get rescinded, but it did get rescinded. Yeah. Right, going for polls. Better kick this time, please.
How incredibly did the World Rugby screw the pooch over the World Cup with?
Oh, just so protective of their product.
We don't want people engaging in it.
Yeah. Conor McGregor did a promo for the MLR Free Checks. Yeah, that's right. I actually saw that.
Did he?
Yeah.
What did he say?
It was pretty...
Cringy?
It was pretty cringy.
Oh, shit. Ho Hepper did not... Oh, look.
Is he going to get it?
No.
Call it.
No.
I'll say he's going to get it.
Okay, well, I'm just going off his last kick, to be honest. I don't know anything else about him.
He's going to get it. He's going to get it.
Look where he missed that kick for... Oh.
50-50. It's a coin toss. It's all no country for old men. Call it.
He's gone to the right.
He's got it. Got it. Hey, Jezza, how's it going, man?
Jezza.
Ben says, in terms of USC, Adesanya going up a weight class just to get a bigger dude, grapple him to the ground, lay into him for the whole round was effing boring.
Yeah, towards the end of that fight it was against...
Right.
Yeah, that was particular, and that is boring. That's a boring fight. Like when a guy can lay on top of you and nothing happens. Someone can't get up. That kind of sucks. But then you look at the Dagestani wrestling where it's like Makachev and Nurmagomedov who like get on top of you but beat the shit out of you and like rain bombs on you from on high, and then give it all up for Muhammad at the end. And that's terrifying. That's really entertaining. But like the thing about UFC is like, a fight, the normal, unless it's a title fight or like a main card fight, like the title, like the headline fight of a card.
He's dropped it.
They're 3 rounds of 5 minutes. Yeah. So it's 15 minutes, and if you don't like the fight,
there's another one
coming up, and there could be an absolute freaking war. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, most fights are pretty good. Oh, that was
Yeah, I'm definitely not. I would not say that like I love every single scrum, and when it gets reset constantly, the ref doesn't get a handle of it. The front rows can't get it right. When it's constantly getting reset.
Oh, what? That's a rough one. He's really trying to get
out of there. Let's have these. Where is it? Grace has been pinged either way. But yeah, now sometimes it can be like, come on guys, just get on with it. But I still like scrums.
Is it because you like rugby and you don't like rugby being attacked, and you're like, don't attack what's special about it?
No, I mean, like, part of the reason I like the scrums is because you've literally got half of the team.
Yeah, I like that. I like that too. Keep that. Just.
Oh, he's missed it.
He sprayed it.
Brett Cameron, what are you doing? The Crusaders fans love it.
Yeah, they do.
Fills on 20-minute red cards. We both like them.
Yeah, absolutely. Every day, my man.
I swear, every time I talk about it, people think it's like a yellow card and that the person gets to come back on. No. It just means they can be replaced after 20 minutes by a substitute.
Right.
Yeah.
This would be a big victory if the Crusaders can get it. Like, really, but spent long periods of time not particularly in this game. Just before they got this penalty, the Crusaders, they had this extended period of attack, didn't they?
Can you see what country your views come from and if what country is up there? It really depends on the time of year. I ran the numbers for February, and like 1/3 was from Ireland, another third was the UK, and the other third was just other, because it's Six Nations time. Yeah. So, like, America was higher than New Zealand in February.
Yeah.
So New Zealanders in February, we're only just about to get Super Rugby. So
turn off big
it's
time.
Cricket season over here. Where South Africa was like third, I think, but then once we get to rugby championship time and it's the off season in the Northern Hemisphere, it's going to flip on its head. It's going to be South Africa, New Zealand, Australia.
Can anyone in South Africa tell me? I'm going to Wellington for the Argentina test. Oh yeah. Do you want to come?
To Wellington?
Yeah, for the Argentina test. Boys trip.
Have you got tickets?
I haven't got them yet, but they'll be easy to get. So, yeah, but we're going on a boys trip for down to Wellington for the Argent. I think one of my mates is in Wellington and he organised. He was like, "Everyone come down," and a few of us are going. Okay, should be fun. Although it would be great if it was South Africa or something,
That would sell out. Hopefully they sell out the Kickton.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're live, says Jake. We are.
We are. We've been
for
live.
Another 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
This game's not... It's pretty low scoring, to be honest.
Yeah, it really is. It's not been a huge amount of tries.
Grant says 20-minute red cards can eat a bag of eggplants.
Why?
The game is not ruined by 15v15. Stupid tackling ruins the game.
Oh, eat a bag. You can eat a bag of eggplants. Here we go!
Morby!
Oh. Jeez.
Here we go.
Oh, shit.
Try time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, he's
held up.
Stop.
He's short. Oh, they got
advantage.
advantage.
He's held up. And they got advantage.
Spin it.
Wow.
Oh, no,
this will be a heartbreaking loss.
Go left.
Spin it.
Look, this guy's out there. Spin it. Oh, back for the advantage.
Oh, here we go. Kick to win it.
Kick to draw. They got to go for the.
That's right.
Go for the try.
Yeah,
go for the
try.
win.
Go for the try, Canes. Come on.
What was the last international?
He's done a shoulder.
I haven't been to an international for ages.
The last one I went to was the 2019 Australia versus the All Blacks, when the rest of the world was locked down, but we managed to get a nice little window when we were like feeling very self-satisfied.
I think I might have gone to one of those ones as well.
When we got it down to net zero.
Yeah. No new COVID cases. Remember those days?
Zero COVID cases and the rest of the world was blowing up. Something just flickered at you.
What have we done? Are we still live? Yeah, we are, I think.
Live. Oh.
Turn down the 3 and go for the try. Good on you, Canes. Did China have a rugby team or is there any competition? Neil, interestingly, YouTube recommended a video to me today about...
Oh,
they've lost the line out!
What
What are you doing, Canes?
Oh, here we go.
The Chinese women's sevens team won some like second division trophy against the Argentinian women. So there you go. China plays a bit of sevens.
And the women apparently are...
The women are definitely better than the men. All the Chinese sports, team sports, the women are always better than the men. Like the Chinese men's football team is awful, but the women's team is actually pretty decent.
Because the men are very small?
Nah, it's just because men's sports I think are a lot more competitive. China puts a lot of money into the sports, so it's kind of easier to get them off the ground. Whereas football, you're so far behind with the men's game, I think.
Yeah, right.
Go, TJ!
Oh!
Come on. Sorry, Ben. I kind of want the Canes to score here.
Another penalty here.
They got another crack at it.
Oh, go to the pocket.
Last international for Jake was the All Blacks box at Twickenham. What a big game that was.
You want to play some Mortal Kombat after this?
Yeah.
Alright.
Get over here.
We've been playing a bit of FIFA after the podcast.
I am terrible.
We drew one game recently.
You went easy on me.
I was going full ball.
Nah. Don't buy it for a second. Then we played cooperatively and we got hammered by the AI.
Because I can't defend. I can only attack.
Yeah. There was Chinese sevens player with the last name wrong. And the commentator was making about a joke. Yeah, she scored a try. And he was like, oh, wrong was so right. You can't make those comments anymore.
He may be wrong, he may be right. Yeah.
Not allowed to say that anymore.
Why?
People's names are not allowed to be funny.
Morgan. Nothing. It's a tough one to...
One of my mates used to say Mark Morgan plays with his organ.
But organ isn't even like a very good like.
I know it's not great.
Similar like
it's pretty average.
Morgan's doesn't look like a penis because
don't know.
He's trying to say you masturbate frequently, basically.
I guess so, yeah.
But I'm like, what are you up to tonight? Nah, hang around, just play with my organ. But you play the organ?
Yeah, exactly. Go to church, play some organ.
Play those pipes. All right, who wins this game from here?
Let's say the Canes knock it on. Can't hang on. The Crusaders hang on to it despite being a man down. What do you rate the crowd tonight, Mark? It's pretty decent actually.
They're noisy.
It's a pretty miserable night down there, but I don't know how many people.
I thought it was pretty poor at the beginning.
At the beginning, it looked awful. What's that stadium called?
Pushover try here. Do you reckon that's what they're going for? I think that's a tough play in this day and age.
That ground seats 17,000, so... Oh, penalty time. They've got
There we go.
Khalifi took the tap. Oh! Did he get it down? The ref says yes. I'm not sure.
I thought he kind of...
I thought he kind of had it up.
I think he scooped himself out of it, and there's a bit of...
Bit of handbags. Sorry for everyone's ears as we reacted to that one.
Yeah.
I didn't think he got it down. First viewing,
something odd. There was something. It looked like he should have got it down, but he kind of got his own elbow underneath.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let's have a look here.
The ref reckoned he got it. Let's have a look.
If he didn't get it down,
no,
he didn't get it down. Oh, he thinks.
Oh, okay, yeah, he
down.
does. He does. What do we know? Nothing.
Oh, holy smokes. Oh, Crusaders. 4 losses in a row. Yeah, that's down. He's got control. The ref was right there as well.
Yeah. Ref was in a better position than us.
Oh my god, Crusaders. How many losses? That's 4 in a
Neil
row.
once played rugby with a guy called Tarquin Crap.
Tarquin Crap.
Was he any good? Let's kick the goal.
Alright, here we go. We've got a grandstand finish in the next 40 seconds.
Crusaders need... Oh yeah, they are down to 14.
And they need a
They
try.
need a try to win it.
In the next 25 seconds. What do we got, team? Anyone brave enough to pick the Crusaders? Everyone looks a little bit unhappy in that box.
Yeah, sorry about the scream, folks. It was a big moment. Has it gone 10?
No, it hasn't.
Shocker.
Oh! It's played it. Game on. Here we go. Someone needs to do something pretty special here.
Randy, $2. Good
Right.
man. Yes, come on, baby. I'm Randy for Tony, he says.
Thank you, my man.
Cheers, Randy.
Maybe.
We love having you, Randy.
Mm. Here we
What's
go.
happened to the Crusaders? They got a long injury list, mate, and they lost some of their internationals at the end of the World Cup.
And they got a new
New coach, lots of things.
Life happened. But they also did just win the last 7 years in a row, so not a huge amount of sympathy for them.
Apparently, Asia Rugby wants to create a pro league called Asia Grand League.
Oh,
It'll be
that's
like
it.
the European Cup.
Oh, he's going to play that. If something comes from this, they're going to come back to that moment right there. Oh, here we go.
Oh, fight time. Nah, they won't.
Come on, someone throw a...
Bit of handbags. Get out of there, Ray so you're going to get your penalty reversed, man. Don't be a dick.
Yes.
Was it Frank's?
Yeah, it was Frank's. Oh, well. What's...
TMO time. 18 red. That's Owen Franks.
Yeah, that is on Frank's.
Off the ball. Not necessary. Direct contact shoulder to
Shoulder
head.
to head. That is red.
It's going to be a pretty...
Oh, sad ending. One of the greats of the Crusaders too. I really like on
Indeed.
Franks.
Ben's calling BS on that one, but Ben is a Crusaders fan.
Randy gave you some more money.
That just popped up now.
Nice.
That was the Randy for Tony one. That's
Oh,
on my
thanks.
head. Look at that.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Alright, what are we looking at here? Okay, game's over now. Can we...
This is the kind of crap that takes too long. Boom fire. Yeah.
But number 19, don't hold your...
Yeah. That was dumb.
He's trying to
Unnecessary.
clear out and...
Boom fire.
Oh, that's not clean.
Do New Zealand have the best refs? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think there's much in that. We don't have an angle to show that there's much in that.
Yellow card, that's going to be game. Unless the Hurricanes want to chase another try to deny a losing bonus point. But I think they'll just kick it out.
I would do that if I was them.
But it's 15 on 13. Nah, just kick it out.
Yeah, game over.
Well, 4 in a row for the Canes. 4 losses in a row for the Crusaders.
Whoa. Imagine if-
Yowza.
How about that, eh?
Kanjo says, damn, I just woke up and missed this one entirely. Mate, it was a bit of a scrappy game because it's
She was a
been
touch scrappy.
quite wet down in Christchurch. But it
would've-
is 4 losses in a row for the Crusaders.
For one of the things they used to be proud of is the fact that they could get wins.
Even when they didn't play that well. But
And they didn't play that well and they didn't have all their players.
yeah.
They didn't deserve to win it, I don't think. But they showed a bit of heart.
Canes should have had more points in that
Canes
first
should- yeah,
half,
that's what I
really.
mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Messy, eh?
Hopefully Owen Franks doesn't have much to talk about after that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Crusaders' next 2 games are like Blues and Chiefs.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Could get pretty messy.
Crusaders and...
Crusaders is at Eden Park as well.
Oh, that's a tasty one.
Spicy meatball.
It'll be our we could get them back in form.
Yeah, that'll be the game that they win. When the Crusaders will be written off and the
Yeah,
Blues will be going high-flying
Well,
favourites.
I think they did better than we did. The Canes. The Canes are off to a flyer, aren't they?
They are.
All right, I need a piss. So
Okay, let's.
Thank you.
Take care, folks. Thanks for coming along. It's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna play some Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, we're gonna play some Mortal Kombat.
Are you any good?
No. Do you want us to live stream our Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, no.
Gadogan. That's Street Fighter.
All right.
All right. Hi-da. See you, everybody.
See you, folks.